What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 12 of the On Deck Sports Podcast. I'm your host, James Torillo, and today I am here with Dylan Lawyer, Nick Volpe, and Cody Pearson. We have a lot to talk about. One of the craziest week in sports in a long time. Luka's a Laker. De'Aaron Fox was traded. Zach LaVine was traded. And, of course, what is that face for? No, what is that face for?
I don't like Luka.
If you went to the Sixers, you would have his jersey already.
Not his jersey, but I'd love him.
But instead, you're over here going, like that wasn't the most shocking trade of like our lifetime.
Okay, of our lifetime's a little crazy. But
Name
yes,
one more
2 years ago,
shocking.
you would have said Luka was untouchable, that he was never getting traded.
He shouldn't have gotten traded, yeah.
He did, exactly.
Yeah.
Dylan, name a more shocking trade in our lifetime. any sport.
No.
Because there is none. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Whatever.
The only
Whatever.
one I think that compares is Gretzky going from the Oilers to the Kings, but that wasn't our lifetime. So I think
that's about
in
it.
our lifetime, this
But
is the most
Luka's
shocking
not like
trade
a
ever.
GOAT, though.
I'm not saying he's a GOAT.
I mean, he might
I'm
be
not
like when he
saying-
retires.
He could have passed.
Yeah, if he
Dirk.
stayed there for his career, yeah.
Yeah. But you're going to tell me you weren't shocked when you...
Oh, no, absolutely I was.
Okay.
Because why did they even get rid of him? So dumb.
Because they
So
didn't...
dumb.
They,
didn't
thought he was
believe in him?
fat. I don't
They-
know.
They,
Yeah.
didn't trust the process. That's what it was.
They didn't trust the process, apparently.
Right.
But it's not like they're a rebuilding team and Luka couldn't get them anywhere. They were in the
Now they
finals
are.
last year. Well, according to their GM, he said they think they have a better chance of winning now.
Now they're done. Now they're done.
Well, their GM is wrong because
I still think they're going to be fine. It's not like
Yeah,
AD's
no,
bad.
they're not gonna be
AD's a great
terrible.
player, but
they could.
I mean,
He
they-
can't be the only piece, though, not in this age of his career.
They're cooked for the future.
Who else they traded? They traded Kleba and they no. Sorry,
yeah.
they traded Kleba and who else?
Why'd you say that like you're from Brooklyn?
Kleba.
Kleba.
That's
I
his
thought it
name.
was Kleber.
Oh, I call him Kleba. I mean, it's with. Yeah, I call him Kleba.
However you want
Okay.
to
I
say.
don't know. It doesn't matter.
You said it like my
Optional.
dad.
Optional. All right, so
What were you saying?
Kleber.
Kleber. There
Who,
you go.
who else they traded? They traded him and
I think that was they traded.
because it was 3 players.
Oh, Markieff Morris.
Okay, Markieff Morris.
Markieff Morris went back to the Lakers. Now him and LeBron are the only ones left from our 2020 championship team.
That's right.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, a lot to go over. Luka is averaging 28 points this season, and he got traded for Anthony Davis and a first-round pick. I was
Gobert got 4 first-round picks.
the Nets got 5 from Mikal Bridges.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
that's insane. They got 4 from the Knicks, and then they got 1 from the Bucks because it was a 3-team trade.
And the Mavericks sent the offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they did also get Anthony Davis. It's not like they only got a first.
True, but the problem is Anthony Davis is 6 years older and more injury prone than Luka. And
I agree with you. I'm just saying like Anthony Davis is worth a few first
no,
rounders.
100%. But still, I don't even know how.
I mean, nowadays Anthony Davis is probably worth like 5 first rounders. Is it if Mikal Bridges is worth 5? It's probably
That's
worth
fair.
more than that.
That's
Deshaun
fair.
Watson was worth like
Yeah.
3, so.
Yeah, and that's NFL is different too.
NFL,
Like,
they're a lot less likely to give up their picks like that.
a first round pick is a lot more valuable in the NFL nowadays in terms of trades.
Yeah.
The NBA, like the Lakers could trade a first round pick for Nick Claxton from the Nets, and that would be considered like an even trade.
Which is weird because NFL, you fill in 52-player roster.
Yeah, and
It's weird.
if you traded a first for somebody like even if the Rams traded Cooper Kupp for a first, people would be like, "What are they doing?" Like,
No, that would be a good trade.
no, for
Depends where in the first round, but that would be a good trade.
well, no, I'm saying I don't think we're getting a first round pick for Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
We're definitely not. That's the sad part about that. That's another thing that we have to go over. Cooper Kupp announced on Instagram that the Rams are trying to trade him. This is just another reason I love this guy. Like he doesn't request a trade. They tell him he's getting traded, and he's still like, I don't agree with the decision. I thought I was
Yeah.
going to end my career here. Like that's awesome. And then you got guys like Tyreek Hill, who's like, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I had fun, but I'm out. But like,
Yeah.
that's
That's
why
his
like
second team, but yeah.
he's so humble, and I love it. I don't mean to glaze, but
Future Cowboy.
Riding it.
dude, honestly, I wouldn't mind it. I wrote down
mind
my
it.
top 5
Shit.
teams. Obviously,
Are you top 5 you want or top 5 you think?
top 5
most
I
likely?
want. Top
Okay.
5 I want. So obviously, I would never want him to get traded, but obviously he's going to. So if he had to get traded, these are the top 6 teams I'd want him to get traded to. These aren't who I think. It's just if I had to pick. Number 1, sorry Cody, but it's the Chiefs because I want to see Cooper Kupp get a ring. I think that's fair.
I would hate to see that.
I think that's fair, though.
I would hate to see.
If
He already
your
got a
favorite
ring.
your favorite athlete of all time went to the best team in the league and won a Super Bowl, you're telling me you wouldn't like that?
I mean, yeah,
if he
but
can't win-
he already got one. He doesn't need to join the
Josh
super
Allen
team.
went to the Chiefs, I would die.
Okay. That's different though,
Josh
because if
Allen
that
from the
happened, I feel
Mahomes.
like Josh Allen would like sign there in the offseason or something.
And he'd
Cooper,
ride the
it's not like
bench.
Cooper Cup's leaving the Rams to go somewhere. They're kind of stabbing him in the back. So I mean, if he has to go somewhere, I would want him to go to the Chiefs because that's his best chance at getting another ring. And wherever he
No,
goes
that's-
is going to be
that
my
makes-
new
that's
second
fair.
favorite team. So, number one, I have the Chiefs. Number two, I have the Dolphins because they're already my second favorite team because of my grandfather. And like I said, wherever he goes is going to be my second favorite. So the Dolphins would just stay my second favorite team. Three, I put the Bucks because him and Baker Mayfield together would be so tough. And getting what is that face for?
Him and Baker Mayfield would be so tough.
You don't like Baker Mayfield?
I mean, I don't know if that combination would be tough.
It would be so
like,
tough.
That's-
Dude, Baker
okay.
Mayfield, Mike Evans, and Cooper Kupp, and Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I guess.
That would be so tough.
Get a
That's a
new
great
quarterback
offense.
and it would be tough.
The main reason that I would want him to go to the Bucks is so that I could get a Cooper Kupp creamsicle jersey. That would be fire.
Okay.
You can't lie.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Fourth, I have the Patriots because
He seems like a Patriot.
Yeah, he kind of
a
does.
throwback red Cooper Kupp jersey.
That'd be nice.
Not
That'd
the
be tough.
weirdest reasons for it, but yeah.
No, that'd be.
Five, I have the Lions because I think Goff and Cup together would be awesome. My two favorite players. And then six, I have the Bills because behind the Chiefs, they're the team I think he's most likely to win a ring for. That's like a team that I don't dislike. So, and him and Josh Allen would be really cool. So, yeah. I think realistically, I could see him going to like Pittsburgh or Houston or Dallas,
I could definitely see him being a Steeler.
a team that really needs a receiver. What do you shaking
We
your
don't
head
make
for over
trades.
there?
We don't make trades here. We don't.
You guys got a
don't no.
receiver at the deadline
Jonathan
that had
Mingo,
like
yes.
4 catch. Yeah,
Jonathan Mingo for a
Jonathan
third-round
Mingo.
pick.
There you go.
We don't make good trades.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Right. Jalen Coker, Panthers legend.
fantasy football.
Future
legend.
Hall of Famer.
Okay. So yeah, those are the teams that I would want him to go to. I'm definitely buying a Cooper Cup jersey unless he goes to like. The thing is, I would not. No, I would not. The good thing I don't have to worry about is him going to like the Niners because they said they'll trade him to a team that he wants to go to, and I know he won't want to go to the Niners.
Probably not, yeah.
He definitely won't. So it's not like he's going to go to the Niners or the Seahawks or something. So worst case scenario, I don't think he would want to go to the Eagles, but if
Why not?
I just
Super Bowl team with a good quarterback, good running back, why not?
I just can't see that, and they're a run heavy offense.
I
It's
can't
not like-
see it, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind coming. But I don't think we're going to get him.
I don't think that would be his number one desirable.
Probably not his number one,
destination.
but obviously wouldn't mind. We're in the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm not saying if Cooper Cup got traded to the Eagles tomorrow, he would be pissed, but
He'd be pretty
I don't
happy.
think it would be in one of his top spots.
Maybe
to go.
not his top 5, but
His
he'd
top
definitely
three
like
are
it.
probably like the Chiefs,
Chiefs,
the
Bills.
Bills, and maybe the Steelers.
You'd rather go to the Steelers than the Eagles?
Well, I mean, there's already 2 good receivers with the Eagles, and they're a run-heavy offense.
Yeah.
It's not like he would. I mean, Cooper Cup would be great on the Eagles, but I don't think it would be,
Yeah.
the best possible fit for him. And
No,
if
yeah,
he's looking
definitely
for
not
the
the
best
best fit.
possible fit, I don't think he'd want to go to the Eagles. There apparently was an old Instagram post of you sent it to us. I actually saw it before you sent it to us, but an old Instagram post of Cooper Cup wearing a Bills hat with his girlfriend, who's now his wife. So that would be tough. Cooper Cup, Josh Allen, that'd be
That
tough.
would be tough.
Um,
Not enough to take down Mahomes.
oh, Cooper Cup, he's got it easy. Hey, Cooper Cup's actually I don't know if he's ever played Mahomes because the 2 times Mahomes
Probably
played
has.
the Rams, I think he was hurt both years.
Hmm.
Because the first year was the year that Monday Night Football game in the
Oh,
Coliseum,
like 50 to like.
and he tore his ACL that year. So I don't think he played in that game. And then the year after we won the Super Bowl, when everybody like died on the team, he was one of the guys that was hurt. So he didn't play either. And we had Bryce Perkins starting at quarterback. So I don't think he ever played the Chiefs.
Did you
but
guys win?
Did we win with Bryce Perkins?
I had a.
I think we'd have a higher chance of us winning if one of us played quarterback that game. He stinks. Oh my gosh.
No.
That dude cannot throw a football. It was bad, but better than John Wolford. So let's go back to basketball real quick. There's a lot of things that we could change about basketball to make the sport better, I feel like. I think we've talked about that a little bit off the podcast. What ideas do you guys have that could improve the sport overall? I feel like the number one rule is to limit fouls.
That's immediately what I thought.
I think that's just a no doubt thing. But the other one, I have two that are very controversial. We've talked about one of them, and it's moving back the three-point line. The only negative part about moving back the three-point line is that it would be hard to compare. Like, let's say they moved it back in, next season, and then in 10, 15 years, this new all-time great comes along. He's like the next Steph Curry, and he's a great three-point shooter. But his three-point percentage is lower than Curry's because they moved the line back. Now it's hard to compare who's better because people would say, oh, well, if they didn't move the line back, then he would be better than Curry. But I think that's just one of the ways to make the game lower scoring, and it would limit.
It's tough to change something like that.
They don't have to move it back that much. I think they just have to move it back enough to the point where people.
Where like Giannis ain't shooting threes.
They needed to move it back to the point where less threes are taken.
Yeah.
Like,
I think no matter where you move it, they're going to huck up threes, though.
How far back do you have like in mind? I know not like
Few
an
feet?
obvious event. Yeah.
right? I know a lot of people are going to give us hate for that because we've been getting a lot of negative comments
Good.
lately on Instagram and on TikTok.
Good.
A lot of people saying not everybody needs a podcast.
I was reading that the other day.
Everybody always says that. And then we posted one thing on Instagram and you were getting a lot of hate.
Good.
Um,
Commanders suck. Y'all getting old.
it
You
was
suck.
it was about the Rams.
Oh, Rams, you suck too.
But, okay, that's why you got hate because I collaborated with a LA Rams letter.
Oh,
It's
with
an
a
Instagram
Rams
account.
page? That's not
And
biased at all.
So shout out to them for collaborating with us.
Okay,
But yeah, so all the people that saw it were Rams fans and they saw you say Stafford's top 15, which is ridiculous. But a lot of people
That's not ridiculous. At all.
it is ridiculous. But people were not happy with that. And people are actually saying like everyone in this video is so stupid. I don't know what I did because I'm a Rams fan and I disagreed with you. So if I disagreed with you, I guess they thought we were both wrong. I don't know. But
Can't be right.
yeah, we can't
be
do
right.
anything right apparently. Yeah. But the other idea I had for basketball, the shot clock goes to 30 instead of 24. Because if you think about it, if the shot clock is higher, possessions will take a few seconds longer. And if possessions are longer, there's going to be less possessions in the whole game. Less possessions leads to less points. So it'll be a little lower scoring. And if you're moving back the three-point line, there'll be less threes taken. That's lowering the score even more. So instead of like 120 to 115 every night or 125, whatever, it's 95, 90 range, which I would much prefer as a basketball fan. I think that's the only sport where you can really look at it and say the sport would be better if it were lower scoring. I don't know how you
That's
guys
not
feel
a
about
big-
that.
I know Adam Silver wanted to
It's-
shorten the game also, which would have a similar effect.
And making the shot clock longer would make the game longer. People would be holding the ball more time to develop plays. It would be slower, I think.
That would also change the last like couple seconds of the game though because like usually like if it ends like if the last play ends before 24 seconds, there's no more shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna change it a little bit, but
Yeah. And another thing about the end of the game, I think teams just shouldn't be able to call a timeout in the last 2 minutes, or you should only have like one timeout in the last 2 minutes. Because in the last 2 minutes of a game, it takes forever in a close game for it to end. Every time somebody scores, they call a timeout.
But then the whole rest of the game's going to be long because they're going to be trying to use their timeouts before they only have one left within the last 2 minutes.
Then give them less timeouts. They don't need 6 timeouts a game. Or whatever it is. I mean, I think 3 a game is perfectly fine. In hockey, you only get one. You get one timeout a game. That's
yeah,
it.
but hockey's constant action. They just jump off the ice and go back on. NBA, there's like full substitutions.
Okay, so give them 3 instead of 1. Or 1 a quarter. Give them 4. I think that'd be better than, a million timeouts that they get now.
I think it'd be better to lower the, maybe change quarters to 8 minutes long, a quarter.
That'd be a short game. The
It's a
game
lot.
would only
There's
be like
82 games.
32 minutes.
82
That's
games.
That's a little over half hour.
I'm okay with that. I don't feel like sitting there watching basketball for an hour.
I mean,
And 82 games every 3 days. I'm watching 2 games of basketball
it's
for an
kinda hard
hour.
to like
But-
change times in a game. Like rules are.
Yeah, it
It's
is
not like
tough.
it's not a rule,
and like
though.
points
It's
per
like
game
a-
would be all thrown off. It's I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's-
It's tough to fix basketball.
that's the thing that okay, basketball's not awful.
No, it's really
but-
not bad, but
It's not-
NFL clears it by a mile.
MLB
so how do you
clears
catch
it,
up with the
NHL
NFL?
clears it. I mean, I think it would be tough to shorten quarters. I would be very surprised if they did that because then they'd be making less money because games then
That's
That's
true.
true.
shorter.
That's true.
so
So
but
then
the
they would-
stars would be on the court for more time.
yeah,
but that doesn't get them money though.
less role players.
that's just less minutes for everyone else though, and I don't think they'd want to do that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: when they were changing rules of baseball a few years ago and stuff with the pitch clock and
Everybody hated it.
you can only pick off a guy twice. They're
That I
trying to.
still don't like.
They're
But
trying
the
to.
pitch clock, I don't mind.
They're trying to speed the game up and make it shorter.
Mm-hmm.
An average MLB game now takes like 2.5 hours when it took like 3.5 hours a few years ago. If you are a true baseball fan, you wouldn't want the game to be shorter because you enjoy watching it. If you don't enjoy watching a 3-hour baseball game, you can't sit through it. You just really don't like baseball that much, I feel like.
Yeah.
And if you'd really prefer to watch a game that's 2.5 hours, I mean, to me, it's kind of ridiculous because that's just one less hour of baseball you get to watch every night for your favorite team in the summer.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind the
think,
pitch clock.
I think it's the same thing with basketball. Like for me, baseball is my favorite sport, but like let's say basketball is my favorite sport, I wouldn't want, Nets or Lakers games taking an hour and a half opposed to 2.5 hours. Like barely takes up any time. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. But not only did a lot of stuff happen in the NBA, the Royal Rumble was this weekend. And this
Cena shoulda
was
won.
controversial, but it was overall a great match, a really good pay-per-view overall. I think just the result of the men's Royal Rumble match was the only controversial part. You guys have any opinions? I know the three of us, Dylan, Cody, and I watched together. Nick, I know you weren't able to watch the whole thing, but you guys have any opinions on?
Just should have been a different
Reason.
winner. That's it. It was a great match. Wrong winner. That's all.
I agree. And how do I say this? If you could have anybody win the match, like obviously I know The Miz is your favorite wrestler, but like,
But that's not realistic.
realistically, who would you want that win
Punk.
that match?
I know you don't like hearing that. Punk, Reigns, like Rollins, I would have liked more. Drew McIntyre,
McIntyre would have been good. I would have liked that.
Because Roman doesn't need another one though.
but I think it should have been Punk. I know your least favorite, but
What has CM Punk done over
he's
the last
never
year to
won a
deserve-
Rumble. He's never
For
main
a reason,
evented
he doesn't
WrestleMania.
deserve it because he's a bum. He's a punk. It's in his name.
He's a chick magnet.
That's just stupid.
And AJ Lee should have returned.
I just feel like that's. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know.
I don't think it's
feel
gonna
like-
happen anymore now that it didn't.
If it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen at the Royal
Yeah,
Rumble.
I agree.
And now that it didn't happen,
Now it's
unless it
cooked.
happens next year at the Royal
Next
Rumble,
Rumble.
or maybe it happens surprisingly at WrestleMania, it's not gonna happen because that's like a
Yeah.
big deal for the women's
Yeah.
division.
Yeah.
So I don't think that will just happen. It's not going to happen just on an episode of Monday Night Raw one night or
Yeah, no.
anything. But I wrote some stuff down. Obviously, I wanted Cena to win the Rumble. I wrote down my top 5 guys I would want him to face at WrestleMania. And then I made my dream WrestleMania men's card.
Okay.
So
Is that with him or is that just like all the?
So all the matches, I made a bunch of matches for, not all of it's realistic, and you'll see why, but it's realistic enough to the point where it's not like, Hulk Hogan's fighting Ric Flair in the main event.
You got Brock Lesnar in there?
You'll just have to wait and see.
I knew you did. I knew you
Dr-
did.
dr-
I knew you did.
So when you say dream matches, you mean they don't have to be working there right now? Like it could be like
Yeah.
There's a few guys on here that currently aren't in WWE,
But still
like it's
wrestle.
not like
It's like
I'm in the main event of WrestleMania.
Okay,
like it's
alright.
like
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot about him. I should have put him on here.
Joe Hendry versus The Miz.
Joe Hendry versus Miz would be tough.
That would be tough.
But all right. What do you guys want to hear first? My Cena WrestleMania
we'll go through Cena
opponents,
first.
or-
Go through
okay.
Cena first.
number 5. I have Braun Breaker.
Okay.
I think
I like that.
Cena
I
going
like
for the
that.
Grand
For the IC,
Slam
I like that.
Intercontinental Championship would be really nice. At 4, I have The Rock only because Cena versus The Rock is like
Classic.
an all-time great matchup.
Yep.
You know, that's like Hogan and Macho Man of the modern era. So at 3, I have Randy Orton coming back to fight Cena.
I'm surprised that's that low.
Orton would be the heel. You'll see why it's low in a second. At number 2, I have Gunther only because he's world
Okay.
champ and I want to see Cena
I'd rather
win his
see
17th.
Randy, but I like that.
I would rather see Orton versus Cena for the
But you
title.
want to see him get the championship.
Orton's not going to have the title by WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's why I said it has to be somewhat realistic.
Right.
And number 1, I have Cena versus Cody Rhodes, but here's what
Cena's
happens
heel.
leading up to it. The last 2 guys in the Elimination Chamber are Cena and, let's say, Rollins, let's say, for example, just any babyface. It's the 2 of them. Rollins is about to win, and Cena turns heel. Low blow, wins the match, challenges Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. So we get heel John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Cena wins the 17th title. I think that would be tough.
I think
So
that would be tough.
that's why I have that at 1. If I could pick Cena to have a title match against anybody, I would have it be Orton or The Rock, obviously, at number 1 and 2. But Cody Rhodes and Gunther are the champs right now, so that's why I have Cena facing them as my top options. So
All
I like it. I
all
like
good
it.
options. I'd say one thing. There's nothing wrong with him, but I would say one like triple threat match you could do would be him, Cena, Cody, and Orton because of legacy. Because it was,
that would be a good idea.
you know,
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
because you would have heel Orton probably,
Yeah,
or you could do, or you could have
that would be sick.
you could have heel Cena at that point if he already turns. But Randy is Randy gonna be back by Mania or no?
Don't know, but he should be.
Well, he should be. And this is somewhat realistic. I think it's somewhat realistic to say Orton's back by WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So here's my dream WrestleMania card. The first one I had on here for one of the main events would be heel John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna throw in Randy Orton in there as a triple threat because I think Orton and Cena in the same match.
Jr.
That would just be a legendary matchup. For the other heavyweight championship, I really didn't want to put Jey Uso in here, but he won the Rumble, so I have to. Jey Uso versus Gunther versus The Rock for the championship. The Rock puts himself in there.
Okay. I feel
Because
like,
Rock could be a heel and he could feud with Jey because of like the whole
but
good guy.
wouldn't,
And
But how
wouldn't that,
does
wouldn't
how
he
does
go
The Rock
after
get in there?
Cody? I feel like he'd rather insert himself into the Cena Cody match.
yeah, but Orton's in there.
Yeah.
Fatal 4-way.
Then we have Extreme Rules, Triple Threat, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
I think that will happen.
that
I
sounds
think
good.
that
I
will
think
happen.
that will happen.
Then for the Intercontinental Championship, we have Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar.
I love it.
That would
I
be
love
sick.
It. I love it.
I wouldn't care who wins that match, to be honest.
Ryback returns in that match.
Dude, Ryback. Oh my gosh, I would love that. My next one, Dylan, you're gonna half love this, half hate it. Before WrestleMania, LA Knight beats Nakamura to get back to the United States Championship. And then before WrestleMania as well, Theory turns on Grayson Waller. So Grayson Waller, whether he's a good guy or not, Theory's still a heel because he's the one that turned on him. He wants his U.S. title back. It becomes a triple threat, LA Knight versus Theory versus The Miz for the U.S. title.
I half love it, half hate it.
That's what I was saying. Then for the tag team championships, before WrestleMania, the New Day win the tag titles off of DIY.
I like that.
So they're the heels. And then Sheamus is trying his best from now up until WrestleMania to find any possible title match he can get into. He goes up to either Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce, and he's like, I've tried to get into the U.S. title match, Intercontinental match. I lost the Elimination Chamber, lost the Rumble. I can't get any of these matches. Is there any match I can get into for WrestleMania? He says, well, the New Day, they don't have anyone to defend the titles against at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to find a partner, you can. So the few weeks leading up to WrestleMania, He's trying to find a partner. Can't find one. Then, the night of WrestleMania, it's about to be a 2-on-1. And then, as the bell rings, Cesaro music hits and he returns. Cesaro and Sheamus reunite. They
that.
win the tag titles.
I like that. I
That'd be
thought you were
tough.
gonna say Drew McIntyre, but I like Cesaro.
No, Cesaro
like
and
that.
Sheamus were
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bar.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
I would love
that.
Cesaro to come back. Then the last, okay, this one is just straight up Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Hell in a Cell. I
Needs to
think that'd be
happen.
entertaining.
Needs to happen.
The last one, definitely not going to happen, but I think it would be funny. Finn Balor gets kicked out of the Judgment Day
Mm-hmm.
because Dom thinks Finn Balor is hitting on Liv Morgan.
Okay.
He gets thrown out. He's a babyface now.
Mm-hmm.
So Finn Balor says, I want to fight you at WrestleMania, but not only for bragging rights, winner gets Liv Morgan. Dom versus Finn Balor for Liv. And then at the end of the match, it looks like Dom's about to win, and Liv slips in a chair for Finn Balor. He wins the match. Liv leaves Dom, goes back
Damn.
with Finn Balor, and they're the new couple in WWE. So that's my dream
I like it.
card for the men's.
I like that.
Thoughts? why are
It's
you
interesting.
laughing?
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting.
It was like 99% believable all the way down there, and then Liv Morgan new boyfriend. Like,
That's more realistic than Cesaro coming back or Lesnar coming back.
Definitely more than Lesnar.
I get,
yeah.
I, mean,
Yeah.
I get technically yes, but like
Because it's funny. You're telling me
Yeah.
if we were
No, it's
watching
hilarious.
WrestleMania
Oh,
together,
that'd be great.
and
That'd be
if
great.
and Liv and like leaves Dom for Finn Balor, and they like start kissing in the middle of the ring, you're telling me we're not all like, oh,
And then-
we would totally would be.
and then what does Dom go try to get back with Rhea or no? I was there
Yeah, I think he
That's-
should try. Yeah.
I guess
At that point.
But
that
yeah,
point.
so then the Judgment Day would just be Carlito, JD McDonough, and Dom. That'd be
That would have to split up.
yeah,
There's
that
no
would
way.
definitely have to
There's no-
split up.
They have to split up or
That's-
add a member because
Maybe
there's
Dom
no
gets
way.
with Raquel Rodriguez.
Bro, Raquel wouldn't go with Liv. She'd go with Dom instead.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't think about it that much.
Just
I
gotta wait.
thought
Just
it'd be
gotta wait till
funny.
April. Gotta wait till April. That's it.
It would be funny. So that's my dream card for WrestleMania. A lot of crazy stuff, but it just sparked my idea after the Royal Rumble. I thought it would be fun to do.
I like it.
What else is there to talk about? We could go back to the NFL and talk about how Myles Garrett wants out of Cleveland.
Come to Philly.
I don't know. I wanted to write down my top spots where I think he'll go, but I have no clue.
No, I don't know.
I have no clue where he'll go.
It's too early to say that.
He's coming to Buffalo.
Okay.
I mean, I
Even though
don't.
We have no cap space.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I can't really see that happening.
I don't know what Baltimore's situation is, but I feel like he could be a Baltimore. And that's a division rival. though. They
Division
would trade-
rival.
they
Yeah,
would trade
division
him.
rival.
They
Yeah.
don't really have cap space, but
Brandon Graham's about to retire. Myles Garrett. Just saying.
Well, you guys also
Just
thought you were
saying.
going to get Micah Parsons. So
I don't want Micah Parsons.
that's what Charlie said the other day. He was like,
Oh,
Micah
yeah.
Parsons and Myles Garrett together at Midnight Green. I'm like,
Didn't,
no.
didn't he say Michael Parsons, Miles Garrett, and then Abdul Carter? No, he said
No, who did he say?
Jalen
Jalen
Carter.
yeah.
And
I,
Jalen Carter.
I thought he said about Abdul Carter too. I could be wrong though. Like we're gonna get him with whatever
Yeah.
whatever pick you get.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Aaron Donald out of retirement. That's also what he said.
He's gonna
So,
come back. Yeah.
Does Charlie believe it? Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
Probably.
Who knows?
Yeah, so I can't really see him going to a division rival like the Ravens or anything like that. I don't
Yeah,
think that's realistic.
I don't think the Browns are that stupid.
I think it's well, they did
Yeah.
they did pay Deshaun Watson $40
But
million. to give
Deshaun
up 3
Watson-
firsts for him.
Was good.
So is Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is good. Deshaun Watson was good.
So what's your point?
Well, they were. Like I don't want to say
Like,
I don't want to
what?
say they were stupid for the Deshaun Watson trade.
Oh
'cause
come on, you gotta
Okay.
say they were stupid.
Oh,
yes, now they're stupid, but in the moment,
Was it
Deshaun
like-
Watson was one of the better young
Yeah, and he
quarterbacks
played
in the league.
like a year and a half.
First off,
It was a risk, and
this-
it did
all
not
this-
pay off.
All this would not
No, it
have
didn't.
happened. All this would not have happened if they kept Baker Mayfield. But then we don't have to.
That's true.
They would have stayed in mediocrity, just
They
like
would
right
probably
now.
be in the same position the Bucks are in.
They'd be in no.
Well, no.
Why
because,
not?
Well,
They'd be worse.
different.
Maybe a
because-
little,
No,
but
They'd be
well,
worse. They'd be a lot worse.
They'd be worse than the Bucks because the Browns are just not a
Because the
good
Bucks
franchise.
are all around better than the Browns.
yeah, but the Browns wouldn't have used or they'd still have those first round picks that they traded for Watson to maybe build a team around Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, you think they'd hit on those picks though?
I-
Doubt it.
I mean,
They could.
One of them's got to
we
be
can
good.
assume that they would, and then they could be just as good as the
Yeah.
Bucks. I don't think.
I think they'd be. Well, you got to put the fact that Baker's would not be on the. Oh, I guess you would compare him wise on the Bucks now. So I mean, I think they'd be a little worse, but still,
The
Cleveland
Bucks are a
gave up
better
on
team
him.
than the
it's also
Browns.
because that division's a lot tighter than the South.
Yeah.
So that's
lot better.
so that you got to play them harder to go by that, but still.
Cleveland gave up
I
on
guess
him way
we'll never
too
know.
early. Anyways, he played that. What do you mean no?
He didn't do anything there.
Made the playoffs. What are you talking
He
about?
made the
And he won a
playoffs.
playoff game.
Yeah,
What are you
I want
talking
more
about?
than that.
What do you expect out of
Out of a first-round
sophomore-
quarterback.
Jaden Daniels.
You're not going to make the Super Bowl every single year. I
No,
mean,
but you got to get close. How many years was he there? 4, 5,
3
four.
and he
Four, at
made the
least
playoffs
four.
once.
twice.
Okay, it's the Browns
I
though.
think so.
They hadn't made the playoffs in 15 years.
Yeah.
If you're the GM of the Browns and Baker Mayfield is on the board with the first overall pick in 2018, whatever year he was drafted, I think it was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And you were told, hey, if you draft this guy, Baker Mayfield, right here out of Oklahoma, you will make the playoffs in the next 4 years. You think you would have taken that? Absolutely.
Make the playoffs once in the next 4 years.
You would
and
absolutely
and you're
take
going to
that.
use round 1, pick 1 on 1 out of 4
It's-
years.
If you haven't made the playoffs
It's the
in
Browns,
over
though. That team
15
has
to 20 years, yes, I'm taking that in the next 4
one
years.
playoff win does not mean anything.
It's like saying you're not
It's
the
a s-
player who took you to the finals last
Hmm?
year.
It's a
There
step
you
in the
go.
right
Yeah.
direction. And the Browns hadn't taken a
Yeah,
step in the
I
right direction
guess.
in decades.
And they still didn't draft in Baker Mayfield. That was a
they
step in the right
did,
direction.
and then they took a step in the wrong direction by getting rid of him.
I think
That's ridiculous.
they could have kept him or
How is
got
that
rid of him.
ridiculous?
They
No,
would
no,
have.
he's being ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
It would have been the same either way. He's a mid quarterback.
Yeah, okay. Mid quarterback. That's right.
Yeah. We want to talk about mid
It's
quarterbacks.
Baker Mayfield. I don't know why he's
Baker
like
Mayfield
in
had a
elite
good season,
conversations.
a really good season.
Yeah,
the
he
last
did have a
2
good
years.
season. Sam
It's
Darnold
like,
had a
oh,
better
First of all,
season than him.
dominated you guys.
Yeah,
And he,
it's true.
and he beat
Yeah,
you
true.
this year too. There
That's
you go.
true.
Yeah.
He's like
Sam Darnold had a better
He's
year
like
than
now
him.
I'm sitting here like, oh
Is
yeah.
Sam Darnold better
is
than
not
Baker
Baker
Mayfield?
Mayfield. That's no.
Why not? He had a
Darnold had
better
a good
year.
year though.
He took him to the playoffs. He took him to the playoffs.
Well, Baker
You're
took
so
the,
stupid.
It's the
Like,
same
it-
thing.
It,
It's
really
not.
That's the
bothers
exact
me
same
when you
thing.
talk. You know that?
Okay. All right.
Like saying
right.
Baker Mayfield's
The
a mid
Vikings were supposed to
quarterback.
have like 5 wins, and they went to the playoffs. Had like a good ass year.
And Sam Darnold had a really good year. I'm not hating on Sam Darnold.
He had a better year
I
than
would
Baker.
rather have Baker Mayfield than Sam Darnold, but
Even
I'm
though
not
Sam
hating on
Darnold
Sam
had a better
Darnold.
year.
If Baker Mayfield was on the Vikings, I think he would have had just as good, if not a
to
better
be
year.
fair though,
All
with
right.
the Bucks,
Am
Godwin.
I wrong?
Yeah.
Godwin's out all year. Godwin's out half the season. Mike Evans is out for a while.
And they still
Yeah.
were finding ways to win games, and they made the playoffs and won their division.
Yeah, and the Vikings defense is much better than the Bucks defense. I'd say.
And the Bucks got just as far as the Vikings.
Sam Darnold did better.
So Sam Darnold's better than Baker Mayfield,
I think they're around the same.
bro.
If you want to go by 1
Two
year,
busts.
sure.
You're starting a franchise.
2 busts.
It's the first round. You have to draft a quarterback here. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield are on the clock. Who are you taking?
I mean, I don't believe in either of them, but I'm taking Baker.
So Baker's better.
Slightly, yeah. I'm not
So
thinking
what was your whole argument about the whole time saying Sam Darnold had a better year? Is he better?
because just because he makes the playoffs doesn't mean he's a good quarterback.
I'm not necessarily saying that, but he was able to lead his team to the playoffs in Cleveland, a team that hadn't been in the playoffs in nearly 2 decades. I think that's something to
You get a
be
cookie for that.
proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him his fucking.
You get
cookie. I
traded
don't
to the
know what else-
Panthers
yeah,
for
then
that
give him
as
his
a
cookie.
reward.
Like,
Like,
give him, like,
Okay, and then he came back. He had
Who
was-
started on the Panthers? Sam Darnold versus Baker.
that is a much different
Wait, what are you talking
scenario.
They were in the same quarterback room, and they were both ass.
Wasn't Andy
On the-
Dalton there too?
on the Panthers.
Probably. Yeah. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold were on the Panthers at the
No,
same time.
yes.
Okay, and how'd that work out for them?
They're both bad, so not good.
Okay, and then Baker left, and he became.
And Sam Darnold left, and he
Did
became.
you see the state
And
of which
would,
Carolina
wouldn't
was in?
Baker be better on the Vikings than Sam Darnold?
I don't know. That's hypothetical.
It's not hypothetical. If the Vikings right now, they trade Sam Darnold straight up for Baker Mayfield, you're telling me the whole NFL media wouldn't be flaming the Bucs for trading Baker Mayfield for Sam Darnold?
Because he's getting paid more.
No, it's because he's a better player.
Slightly, yeah.
Okay, you're ridiculous.
I don't know what Baker's done that Sam Darnold hasn't done.
James he's just clip farming.
Yeah, he is clip farmer.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna,
guess
I'm,
so.
gonna, I'm gonna clip this, and everyone's gonna say that the dude in the Eagles jersey doesn't know what he's talking about again.
All right, they got the exact same career accomplishments, and I'm saying Baker's slightly better.
Okay, Nick Foles has more rings than Dan Marino. Is he better?
No.
Okay, then there goes your
It's
point.
not career accomplishments. Like passing
a Super Bowl
yards.
isn't a career accomplishment.
Oh, it's one of them, but it's not the
What
only
is
one.
your point?
Neither of them have that.
I said Nick Foles has a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dan Marino does not.
Yeah.
So is Nick Foles better than Dan Marino?
No, once again. Baker and Sam Darnold don't have a ring, so I don't know what the point is here.
No, you were saying that they have the same accomplishments, and I'm saying Nick Foles has more accomplishments than Dan Marino, but was he a better quarterback? No. So that's my point. Necessarily, you're not
What?
necessarily a better quarterback because you have accomplished more. Just like you were saying, Baker made it to the playoffs, but
So
you
did
said
Sam
that's not
Darnold.
much of an accomplishment.
Sam Darnold did too. Nobody talks about that.
Okay, and how far did Sam Darnold get?
How far did Baker Mayfield
Baker
go?
Mayfield won a playoff game.
Okay, Sam Darnold will next year.
If he's even the starting quarterback on his team, he's probably not even going to be a starter.
All right, we'll see.
And Baker
How
How long's
Mayfield,
Baker going
He's
to
gonna be a
start?
star-
2
he's
more
gonna be a
years?
star
the rest of his
somewhere.
career probably.
Really?
I
For
think
years to come, yes.
All right, we'll see.
I think Darnold will be a starter somewhere next year. I don't know where. May not be Minnesota, but I think somewhere.
I don't think it's going to be Minnesota. It's probably going to be JJ McCarthy. But
Sam Darnold to the Raiders?
I mean, that's a team that's
I can see it. They need
tanking,
someone.
and I'm not trying to hate on Sam Darnold. Guy had a great year.
No disrespect.
I'm just saying
He
he's
had a
not.
good year.
No disrespect. I'm just saying he's not better than Baker Mayfield, just because his team went 14
I
and 3.
agree,
Mayfield's
but
slightly
he
better.
proved he can be a starter on a solid
did.
team. He proved he can be a starter.
On a
he
solid
did.
team, he can get the job done enough.
He had a great year.
Yeah, sure.
did.
He had a great
But-
year.
He had a better year than Baker Mayfield.
I'm not trusting Sam Darnold to start my franchise more than I am with Baker Mayfield.
That I agree. Yeah, that's
I
fair.
Baker
agree. I
Mayfield's
don't
the
trust
number 1
either of them.
overall pick.
Sam Darnold was number 2.
That's a big difference. But yeah, I think Baker will have the better career if he hasn't already.
He already has, yeah.
So then what have we been arguing about for the last 10 minutes?
I told you
That they're like the same quarterback,
he's clip
but
farming.
Baker Mayfield's slightly better.
You're just
He's
you're
clip
just
farming.
All right.
I'm going to lose my marbles in a second.
Yeah.
All right, buddy?
Keep defending Baker Mayfield and Cooper Kupp.
What? Okay, you say Baker Mayfield and Cooper Kupp like they're like awful players.
Well, they're both not top 5.
I didn't say Baker Mayfield was a top 5
Well, you're
quarterback.
acting like it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
top
he's a much
15?
better
Is he top
quarterback.
10?
Yes.
Top
Uh,
15?
Top 15, 1,000%.
Top 10?
Maybe.
Borderline,
Not at all.
maybe.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right, name him.
He's probably top 15.
ahead, name him.
He's probably like 15, 14.
Try
Name
to
what?
name as close as 15.
All right.
Better-
Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, cool.
We go division by division. Jordan Love, Caleb Williams. If we're talking upside, or
What?
right now.
We're talking right now. If you want to
Okay,
start,
right now, then I'm not
who's
taking
better?
Caleb Williams.
No, I'm not taking Caleb.
Start
Williams
over
Baker.
again.
All right. So how many I got? 4. Jared Goff.
Okay.
What other teams in that division?
Sam Darnold. No,
No.
right?
And you say,
Okay.
or did you add Caleb or no?
Okay, and I already said Caleb. So go to the south.
Really?
He's saying Caleb's not.
Healthy
Not?
Kirk Cousins is better, but I think he's going to be not
I
good
just-
because
Then
he
Baker,
can't move anymore.
That it's right now though. So
Right now, I'm taking Baker, but all time it's Kirk.
I think Baker. So,
I'm taking
No.
so who's
Baker
better
over
right
Derek
now?
Carr right now.
Baker's better than Derek Carr.
Right now, yes,
Yes.
but not all time. Obviously,
What do you mean? Obviously, like Derek Carr's like a first ballot Hall of Famer.
you're
no, not at all. But
I-
Baker Mayfield's nowhere close to that.
Nowhere close to Derek Carr.
Nowhere close to a first ballot Hall of
Oh,
Famer.
okay, but Derek Carr has not had some crazy great career.
No,
Derek-
just been better than Baker.
Derek Carr used to
Yes.
be his all his
So
time was
easily,
wasted on the
yes.
Raiders, but I
When he was on the
disagree with Baker.
Raiders, that's better than Baker Mayfield's ever been.
That's hard to say. He was
What?
decent on the Raiders. That's
Then
really-
Baker Mayfield on the Browns or the Panthers or the Bucks.
Baker Mayfield.
You're saying like he's a bum on the Bucks.
Yeah,
I don't
why
get
are you
it.
making it
He's
out
not
to
a
seem
bum,
like
but prime Derek Carr on the Raiders is so much better.
Derek
prime
Carr
Derek
was
Carr
good.
lasted about a half hour.
He played for like 10 years on the Raiders.
It was not 10 years.
Okay, it was like 8.
It was not that long, was it?
Baker Mayfield can't be employed that long.
6, 7 at most. He was on the
All right,
Raiders for a while.
Not
He
8,
was
but
on
it
the
might have
Raiders
been
for a
7
while.
at most.
He was on the Raiders
Hold
for a
on,
while.
hold on,
You haven't said anybody from the AFC yet.
I haven't gotten there yet.
hold on.
There's a
hold
lot
on.
of quarterbacks.
No, we're going to.
James, write this
Football,
down. I need put the fingers back up. I need you to go finger by finger. Which one?
All right, let me look at NFL teams,
All right.
and I'll tell you.
I disagree with two or one of them. You put it there at least.
Which one?
Jordan Love. I do not think Jordan Love's better than Baker, but
That's crazy.
or Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's definitely not. I'm not gonna do this.
Jalen Hurts is not better than Baker Mayfield.
No, put Baker on the team. Put Baker on the Eagles team. 100%.
I'm done talking about Baker Mayfield with you guys. bro. I'm so done. I'm
He
so
was on
done.
the Raiders for
7 or 8 years. Is it that 8 years? Okay.
Was it really that
exactly
long?
what I said?
I guess it was. When was he drafted? 2014. 20.
How many of that was he hurt for, though? Well, what are you good for, Cody?
Dare you?
Not the
All right,
biggest
all
Raiders
right,
fan.
let
I
me
guess.
let me go to his games played then. Let's see if I can find this. Why can't I find it? I'm stupid.
I do agree with Dylan. Derek Carr was very solid on the Raiders when he was on the Raiders, but right now I would say Baker's better.
Yeah, because Derek Carr's old now.
Oh, here we go. Didn't he? I thought he got hurt for a while. Didn't he? Did he not?
What
Derek
year?
Carr?
This year?
Yeah. This year, yes. I thought there was another year when he was with Oakland where
He was there 8 years. He probably got injured at one point.
I think like once or twice he got hurt at least. I would
Okay.
assume. But what do you get out here?
these
What?
are the Raiders records with Derek Carr. Since
Does
you
it
want
say-
to talk about how
The records, or are you gonna look up like passing yards, passing touchdowns?
I can go over that as well. It's
Okay.
all right here.
Does it say?
Let's go over the records first. 3-13.
Okay, that's rookie year, right?
Yes.
I would assume.
7-9.
Okay.
Then he was 12-3. Okay.
Yeah.
Solid, very solid season.
Better than
that
Baker's
was when
ever been.
that was one season though.
Okay.
6-9, 4-12, 7-9, 8-8, 10-7, 6-9. 2 seasons above 500.
Pretty mid.
Can
Baker Mayfield has this same amount of seasons above 500 with the Bucks alone, and he's
Bucks
been
are
there
a
2
better
years.
team than the Raiders.
I was just saying that about Sam Darnold, saying he has the better team, and you were like,
All right. Well, I just looked at their passing yards, passing touchdowns, and Derek Carr clears him.
clears?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
How much mean clears?
Baker sometimes is like 3,500. Derek Carr usually hit like 4,000.
Usually.
So 500
That's-
more yards a season.
What are the picks and touchdowns ratios though?
Baker Mayfield threw a
Ba-
lot of picks.
Baker does throw like double-digit picks.
He threw
but
20 picks last year.
20.
20 is a lot.
and they're a pass-heavy offense.
All right, anyway.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
I didn't know he threw 20 picks, but Stafford threw
But that
21
doesn't
year we
matter.
won the Super Bowl. So
Did he really? Is it
Yeah.
regular season alone?
yeah, he was tied for the most picks that year with Trevor Lawrence in 2021. I think it was 21. It might have been, I don't know.
The
But
year after you won?
no, it was the year we won the Super Bowl. I'm just thinking of the exact amount of picks. I know he led the league, or he was
I
tied
think
for
meant
the
21
league.
as the year. That's why I was confused. Okay.
What was the Rams' record the year after they won the Super Bowl?
5-12.
Oh, shit.
This is the worst record by a reigning Super Bowl champ in history because
Yeah,
everybody
Super
like
Bowl slump.
died.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Everybody died. We had Bryce
Yeah.
Perkins and John Wolford.
That's what happens when you play well through the offseason.
I'll never forgive John Wolford. That man threw Cooper Kupp a hospital ball, and he got crushed, and he was out for the rest of the year, and he has not been able to stay consistently healthy since that injury. John Wolford, if you're watching the On Deck Sports podcast, we have beef. Count your days. I hate John Wolford with a passion. Can't stand John Wolford.
I
We're-
enjoyed him.
Genuinely the worst quarterback I've ever laid eyes on, John Wolford. That guy could
He
not.
wasn't good.
He could not throw a ball over 25 yards. I can throw a ball over 25 yards when we played Steiner. He could not throw a spiral over 25 yards.
Yeah.
That man was buns. I think we could put Nick at quarterback with his going like this, spinning around 10 times, and then throwing the ball in a random direction, and he would have been better than John freaking Wolford. That guy sucked.
I'll take it. I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
That seemed like a backhanded compliment, but I'll take it.
Why is that backhanded?
Why'd you point at me? Why'd you point?
Oh, I just picked a random person. I don't know. All right, fine. Dylan going like this and spinning around 10 times and
Facts.
then throwing the ball in a random spot would have been better than John Wolford. John Wolford was buns, bro.
Dylan's like, all right.
All right.
What?
No, nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Are you a
nothing.
John Wolford supporter all of a sudden?
No, I'm not. I'm
Big
not.
John Wolford
I
guy.
can't- I can't say that I am. I can't say that.
Dylan, you gotta know where you went to college, right? We're John Wolford going to
The
college.
Academy
USC.
of crap. I don't know. That guy. Who would give John Wolford a scholarship to play football? I wouldn't start him on our NJFL team.
Wow, that's bad.
He's a freaking loser.
Sure.
But yeah. I think that's gonna wrap it up for. Oh, you want to do your game? Okay.
I did.
Pull it
I
out.
did. All right.
John Wolford, if
So
you're listening
what does the winner get? What does the winner get?
Whoa.
What do we want to play for?
I already
Bragging
told
rights?
you in the parking lot, so. you do
Nick
that.
did have a good idea in the parking lot, but I don't know if I'm willing to go through with it.
Oh, not allowed to say it on here.
No.
Oh, wait. Okay.
All right, Nick.
You have to
All
give
right.
the winner $5.
All right, I'll give the winner $5.
Okay.
It's gonna start off easy and go harder and harder.
Okay.
Are you asking one of us at a time?
No,
or-
all of you. But
Is it who answers it first, or we all have like the.
no, I feel like you guys should all have your own. You don't have to answer all at once.
Well, no, but I'm saying like, so we don't cheat. You want us to like write it in our phones? So we,
Well,
like,
I mean, you guys don't know, so it's not
no,
cheating.
I'm just saying, but like,
Just copy.
if one person answers, then they copy that. I don't know what you're saying. Like, yeah. I don't know what the.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right. Who's taller? Starting off easy, ending off harder. Matthew Stafford or Patrick Mahomes? Who's taller?
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
I have a feeling I'm wrong now. I actually think I'm wrong now.
I'll,
I'm not gonna
I'll
lie.
go Mahomes because everyone went with Stafford.
Mahomes. Matthew Stafford's an inch taller, 6'3"
Okay,
to 6'2".
You said easy was an inch.
It's gonna get harder and
I
harder
thought
too.
easy was like Shaq
It's
and
gonna get
Ozzie
harder and
Bogues. I
harder
was
too.
like,
Yeah, right.
That's
Nope.
easy.
Right,
alright.
yeah.
Nope.
Mahomes just got that belly.
Literally.
All
All right. This
How
one,
is it gonna get?
this
hard?
one actually might be a
Is that
little
what
easier
it's
than
on
the
or
first
off?
one.
We don't know.
Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey?
Oh. I'll go Travis too.
I'll go Travis.
Travis, 2 inches taller.
Are we supposed to be marking
All
our
right.
score? Or
So
no?
you got 2.
I have 2.
I've
I
got
think you
one.
just keep track.
Just
of your-
remember your own.
keep your fingers up.
All right, third one. Randy Orton or Steph Curry?
Randy Orton.
I'm trying to compare him next to like another wrestler. I'll go Steph.
Just pretend like they're standing next to each
No,
other.
I know that, but I gotta think of it. I'll go Steph.
Randy Orton.
Let's go.
6'4".
Let's
Randy
go.
Orton's 6'5".
Randy Orton's
That's
a big
crazy.
dude.
He is.
He is a big dude.
He is. All right, 2 of my favorite athletes of all time. Ronald Acuna Jr. or Tyson Forrester?
Ooh. Did not think
Tyson?
I would ever hear those two names in the same sentence. I'm gonna go. I know some of the guys on the Flyers are short. We have a small team, so I'll go
You got-
Acuna.
You gotta compare him to Brink. That's what I'm trying to think of here.
Brink's like
5'9".
5'9". Yeah.
5'8", 5'10".
Yeah.
Tyson is now. I'll go Acuna too.
All right, Acuna. Cody, who did you have? All right. Tyson Forrester, 6'2". Ronald Acuna Jr., 6 feet.
Wow, he's
Dang.
6'2".
Forster's 6'2". I would not have gotten that.
I guess it's hard with them all having skates on. I guess I don't know. They're like.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
Yeah, it
the
is tough
skates
to judge
count.
with-
Well, no. I'm just
It
saying.
adds
No,
some
I'm
to
just
your
saying
height.
when you're comparing them
Oh,
to each
yeah,
That
other.
is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
And the helmet and
Yeah.
all that, and the pads make you look a lot better.
6'2".
Next one. We got The Rock or Tom Brady.
Mm.
2 goats.
Mm.
The GOAT of the WWE versus the GOAT of the NFL.
He's not
Who's
the go
taller?
to the WWE.
The Rock?
You
Who
said
is
it
it,
was Triple
Cena?
H. Yes, Cena.
Okay. I mean, it's an argument. I think you can go either way.
I'm not saying The Rock is ridiculous, but
You can go
the
either
last
way.
I said it like that because the last time we talked about this, you
I
said
did say
Triple H was the
I did.
goat.
I did.
So
All right. Biggest name. Tom Brady.
It was Tom and who? Tom and.
Tom and The Rock. It's close. It's an inch apart.
You,
It's close.
really?
Yeah.
You gotta compare them to when they're in Jumanji with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's
Yeah, there you
all
go.
the way down there. How
I'll
tall
go
is
with
Kevin Hart?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
All right.
I'm gonna go with The Rock.
The Rock's an inch taller, 6'5" to 6'4".
Dang.
I feel like
Oof.
that was the obvious answer, so I went not obvious.
All right. Next one. We got Abraham Lincoln or Josh Allen.
He was really tall, right?
He was a big dude. He's a big dude.
I gotta go. I don't know, but I
Hat
feel like
included?
Josh
I don't
Allen's a big
know.
dude.
I
Josh
feel like
Allen's
if you
Allen's a
would
big
ask
dude.
that, it would be
I know
Josh.
Josh Allen's height. I don't know if Abraham's. I don't know Abraham's exactly.
He's taller than Abraham Lincoln. I feel like Abraham Lincoln was known for being
He was. He was.
They're all tall back. He's like.
I gotta go with
he's-
Honest Abe.
Abraham
He's
Lincoln never
especially
played a
tall
snap in the
back then.
NFL, so
He was
He was.
That's true.
All right. So what do you guys say?
Having matches in the White House.
Final answers. Abe.
I'll go Abe too.
All right, everybody's going Abe. It's Josh Allen.
Really?
Abe was 6'4".
Abraham Lincoln 6'4", Josh Allen 6'5".
Wow. Well, I guess 6'4" is tall for like a regular
6'4" is really
person,
tall, yeah.
But 6'5" isn't that tall for like
Now,
An
an
NFL
NFL
quarterback.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially a quarterback. Yeah, they're usually taller.
Abe was an athlete
Both
though.
big
Abe
dudes,
was Abe was working.
I'd love to see that wrestling match. Who would win?
Abe.
Josh Allen.
I mean, I don't know what Prime Abraham Lincoln looked like. He probably
Abe-
was a beast.
Abe was
true.
Abraham Lincoln was like a legit wrestler.
I'm
Yes.
yeah,
thinking
but he's like
of,
limber as hell.
I'm thinking
I
of
don't
like
know.
old man Abe Lincoln though. So
Yeah, but what about like Abraham Lincoln, like same age as Josh Allen? That'd be a good fight.
then yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
a good fight. Yeah, but Abraham Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln could have been too. You don't know.
Emancipation.
My guy did not know what he was saying.
All right, what are the scores? What are the
Wait, hold
scores?
on.
What are the scores?
I have 3. I think he has 3, and I think Nick has
Wait,
2.
I have 2. Look at this.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln's wrestling record is said to be over 300 wins and 1 loss. Bullshit. Josh Allen is not beating
Okay.
Yeah,
him.
nah, Josh Allen's getting
Okay,
his ass.
he was
Bullshit,
literally
Josh
fighting
Allen
plumbers though. He was fighting the maids at the White House at that point. Like, who is he fighting? Bruno Sammartino.
Jack
Yeah.
Jack
I want to see the dude that he lost
in
to.
1992, he was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Damn.
So he was like a legit wrestler.
I do. We got Braden McCabe or Usain Bolt.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
This one surprised me.
I'm going Braden.
Braden?
I'm going Braden.
Man. I'll go Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt is 6'5". I did not know that.
Oh my god.
Usain Bolt 6'5", Braden McCabe 6'1".
Wow.
That's I was so shocked to learn that.
He's a pretty tall, lanky guy, I feel like.
Yeah, he is.
So
I was imagining a lot
the
shorter.
only
in my
reason I
head.
was thinking Braden was because you said it shocked you. So I thought maybe
That's
Usain
why I
Bolt
was
was
like-
like shorter than I thought.
He was a lot taller than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like 6 foot. You know, like something average.
Yeah.
All right, next one. We got. Some would argue the same person, Saquon Barkley or Jesus Christ. Who's taller? Jesus.
I know Jesus was at least 6 foot. So
I will
off-
go with my boy Jesus.
first off, Jesus is higher here, so that's all that matters anyway.
That's true,
That's
but
one.
Jesus in real life was 5'5".
What? No, he was not.
Yep.
He was
Yep.
not.
Yes, he
I'm looking
was.
that up.
Look
No,
it
he
up.
was not.
Look it up.
No.
And there was a range, but yeah, he's said to be 5'5".
There was a range. You
There
chose
was a
5'5"?
range.
There was, but I think I took the
Jesus
average.
Christ height.
And Saquon's 6 foot. I mean,
Right.
they were a lot shorter back then. Hey,
Back then,
Wait, how tall did you say
Wait.
Saquon was?
6 foot.
I'm getting 2 things here.
I'm getting 2
here.
things too.
There was a
I'm
lot of
I'm
options.
getting 5'5" and I'm getting 6 foot.
There was a lot of
I'm-
options.
I'm getting-
But 5'5" was a lot more.
Scientists
people were saying.
estimate that Jesus was 5'1" to 5'5", and the other one that says he was 5'7" to 6'2", which is a crazy range.
How is 5'1"?
It's a lot of different ranges too.
He's 6'2", he wins. I get to pick the height. I'll take 6'2", we win. Really, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is true.
No.
That is true.
This says between 5'7" and 6'2" for Jesus. So
Some of it does.
yeah. So the range was like. a
It's an
foot and a
interesting
half.
range.
It was
It's an
6'2" to
interesting range.
5'1".
That's
All
a
right, all right,
big
all right.
jump.
Next one, we got the average height of a kangaroo or Shohei Ohtani.
Kangaroo. Kangaroos are big.
Shohei Ohtani's pretty big.
I'm gonna go with my goat Shohei Ohtani.
I'm gonna go Shohei too.
Kangaroo.
Dang it!
Kangaroo
I said
6'6", Shohei Ohtani 6'4".
Wow.
Yeah, they're big
I
as
was
hell.
thinking like kangaroo's like 6 foot. How tall is Shohei?
6'4".
That's what I thought because I was thinking like a kangaroo's probably like 6 foot, and I know Shohei's taller than that.
I
So.
was thinking Shohei's like 6'5". I didn't think Cameron was that big.
All right, last one.
How many points is one worth?
What's everybody's score?
I
4?
have 3.
2. Make it 3 points.
All right. No. All right,
Make it
but
2 points.
this is an interesting one. We got Devontae Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Keon Coleman. Who's the tallest?
Okay.
Devontae Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Keon Coleman.
Give me CeeDee Lamb.
I'm taking CeeDee Lamb as well.
Well,
I know it's definitely not two of them.
I was thinking about taking CeeDee Lamb, but if I take CeeDee Lamb, then Cody automatically wins.
It's true. Got to go out.
So I
on a
got to go
lead.
somebody else.
Who's your boy?
I'll go Cooper Kupp.
It is Keon Coleman, and I knew none of y'all were gonna guess that.
Wow.
I knew none of y'all were gonna
What is he,
guess
like,
I
that.
thought about it, but I was like,
6'3",
nah.
6'3". Keon
Wow.
Coleman.
What was
6'3".
CeeDee Lamb, like 6'1" or 6 foot?
Keon Coleman 6'3", Cooper Kupp and CeeDee Lamb both 6'2", Devontae Smith 6
Cooper
feet.
Kupp's 6'2"? I didn't think he was that.
Yep.
Oh.
Even
Yeah,
with
he's tall.
CeeDee Lamb.
I knew he was tall. That's the only guy. Him and
Me mama.
how
Yeah, $5 to Cody.
how tall is Devonta Smith?
6 foot.
I knew him and Kupp were tall.
So
I
he
had
was
no
the-
idea.
he was the
Keon Coleman
shortest.
could have been 5'6". I would have had no clue.
I knew none of y'all were gonna guess him because it was too much of a wild card. It's too much of a wild
Hold on,
card.
wait. So, Cup and CD were 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
Devonta was 6 foot.
6 foot.
Okay.
Keon Coleman 6'3". Yep. So $5 to Cody.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Cody. Clap it out.
Yeah.
I would've forgotten.
All right, that'll wrap it up for episode 12. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to post clips on YouTube and TikTok as always, and we will see you guys next week. See you guys.
Peace.